Okay, yes, we're going to show how to use the universal version of your software.
Yep.
Because I have a front adapter here that I'm not sure it has the same measures as yours.
Yep.
So because of that, you created a universal version that you can put any values in there.
Yep.
So you told me that the first thing we have to do is to measure from the center of this to the center of this. As I can do it like that, I'm just going to measure from border to border, and we're going to subtract 12 because we know that is 6 millimeters on each one, right?
Yes. Sure, yes. And we measure the second wheel first at the moment.
Yeah,
you know?
this is the second
We also
wheel.
had to measure this,
Yeah.
but we do this later.
Yeah. So, well, but on the universal one, you don't really need to measure because with the universal, it's like, this is the standard from the Tormex, so that works with your standard application, right?
Yes, but most time the guys have
Either one.
Yeah,
they don't have both. Yeah, well, you're right.
If you buy my vertical front base and the software for the T8, you don't have to put any number in it. It's fixed in there.
Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be from here to here is 157.
Minus 12 millimeters,
12.
because yes, so
Yeah.
145.
Yeah.
You go here and go to edit.
Yeah.
And then we go to the second grinding wheel. This is
so
with the direction.
Let me show. So we put in here what is a second grinding wheel.
Horizontal.
Yeah, so
We put in, wait, I do it. We put in here, delete, 145. 145. So, and now the next measurement we have to do is from middle of the shaft,
yeah,
the difference of the height to here, because from here, wait, we put this out at the moment. When you have your toolbar in here, you measure from here to here.
to that point.
So we need this point and the middle of the shaft. So we measure from ground to here, we measure from ground to middle of the shaft, and then we have the number.
That's why I love very much this adapter for the caliper, okay? Because now I just come in here, I make sure this is on, I'm in 0, and I just go like this to the bottom.
Yep.
Okay, so I have it in here. Oh, this is in inches. Let me move it 2 millimeters. 254.
So we had to write this because we had to.
Look at this. 254.
Sure, 254.
254.
259.
No, 255. Yeah, it's actually 255. Yeah, it's almost 255. Okay.
Yeah.
So now.
Now you measure from here to the ground also.
To 11.
So minus 6 because we need the middle. So we are 205.
Okay, so we have
255 minus 205.
205.
So this is
what? 50.
Yes. Yeah. So we have to put in here
50.
This number. This is from my T4.
Yeah.
You know,
yes,
because I use the universal software for my T4 because I have no special software for the T4, only for the T8. So this almost 40 millimeters is the T4, but
this machine is bigger.
Smaller, yes. So wait just a moment. So we delete this number, and we had exactly 50 millimeters. 50 millimeters. Then we go We tip on edit. Now these numbers are fixed in the software.
Yeah.
They are not changeable at the moment.
Yeah, okay. And you can save that as a preset, right?
Yes. With if someone of the viewers use the vertical front base from knife grinders,
they can use these numbers.
They can use these numbers.
Yeah.
Yes. We had to measure this also.
Yeah, that's for the other. If they only have this software.
If they only have the universal software.
Okay, so and how we measure this one?
The same way, we measure middle of the shaft to middle of the toolbar. Wait.
Okay, so we
put this in there. So.
Yeah, but in this case it's a little bit more complicated because they're not. So
right.
We have to.
So you can do now this what you do before.
So let me see. They won't fit here.
Get to the outside and go.
Yeah. Like this. Let me move it a little bit. So this goes from here.
Yes.
Right there.
Yep. And now from this side.
Now from here, I can go straight in here.
Yep.
So it goes there.
So you measure this distance minus 12 millimeters.
I can't do math in English, so...
Yes, but I do it for you.
So this is...
The last 2 days, my brain is...
Switched to English.
Fully loaded.
So this is 85.
85.
79.
86.
Oh, so it will be 86.
Minus 12 is 84, is 74. Yeah. So we put in here, we go on edit, that we can edit it, because this number is from the T4. So,
you are on the first grinding wheel.
I'm on the first grinding wheel now.
Okay.
The first grinding wheel means
the front
in against direction.
Yeah.
The normal doing from Tommy. So what did we have before? 80.
I don't know. You say the number, but
86. 86 is 74. Okay. 74.
I can remember numbers.
Yes, I remember 74. And now, next number we have to look for is the distance between middle of the shaft to the top of the
top. So we, as this is long enough, it will not be measuring this little taper in here.
Don't measure here because
but I'm measuring here because this T is long enough to be there.
If you can do that.
Yeah. So let me see here. There is nothing that will interrupt it. And let me sure that I am on 0. $232.
232. Now you measure from here to the ground, and we make plus 6 millimeters because we had to go to what it was 232.
Yeah. $210.
210, 232 plus 6. So 210 to 232 is 22 plus 6 millimeters because the height.
Yeah.
210, 232 is 22 plus 6 is 28 millimeters. So we write in here this 28 millimeters and we click again on
edit.
On edit. So it's you can't hit here as long as you want.
It won't change.
Yes. And then you need the diameter of your grinding wheel.
Yes.
And the length of your workpiece and the grinding wheel you want to.
Let's put a wheel in there.
Yeah.
This is the wheel I want to use now.
This is which grid?
That's 160.
160. This is to create a edge.
Yeah, this is to create an edge. I have the 80, but it's too aggressive for a knife that doesn't need that much work.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
These ones are not destroyed. So
And I talked with you before. You always grind with direction. You tell me.
that's a personal preference.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
So
you
normally
know.
you don't need this measurement.
I don't use it.
Okay, so
pretty much
we
never.
automatically go on the second grinding wheel
Yeah.
because this is with direction.
Okay.
So and the width for this.
This is supposed to be
diameter
251. That's what it's supposed to be, right?
250 normally 250.5 or so, but
250. Yeah, it's 250.
250.5.
Yeah.
So we put in the diameter 250.5 and the length of the workpiece.
The length of
You
the
measured
workpiece, I already clamped everything before starting. You know, it's like everything is clamped on because I'm gonna do many knives at the same time.
You measured this here?
So it was measured with this thing. How you call this?
Length measuring block.
Length measurement block. Okay.
Yeah, the advantage of this is if you have more knives,
Yeah.
you fix the first knife.
Yeah.
Always look that you.
You like I see. You know this. This knife has a different. Let me adjust this here. This knife is completely different to this one. Okay, but the workpiece. The length of the workpiece is exactly the same. So I can do many knives of different sizes as long as I'm working the same angle.
Yes, but you do a mistake here.
What?
And I see it at once. Because you see here, I bring this.
No. I did
this.
this. I actually measured it a little bit higher.
No. Why? You make one mistake. Why is this in there? You have to put this closer so the length will be less, you know?
This knife is not...
Yes, but you are limited from this screw here.
No, because if you put this higher...
But why? You can put this in there.
The knife is not...
No, long enough.
It's not long enough.
I don't do this. If you want to do this, you can do it. But so.
But the thing is,
if this not fits with this, I do it separately.
Yeah, well, but I want to do them all at once.
Okay.
So that's why, you know.
Because when I measure, I see.
Yeah, I put it a little bit. I put it a little bit higher.
Yeah, you can do it.
You know, and then I close it.
Go that you go straight, yes, to the block. That's
I close it until I touch.
That's fine.
And that's it.
So, and we have 140 millimeters.
Yeah.
So we had the diameter of the wheel, we had the length of the workpiece. I call it the workpiece, from this black knob to the edge, front of the edge. So this is 140, not 50. 40. And which angle you like to grind?
I would like to grind this at 18.
At 18. So 1/8. Then the software tells you
90,
to move the
98.4
to 98.4. Then you can be sure that.
Okay, so I'm gonna put in here 98.4. 98.44.
Yeah.
And then
take the other two.
I'm going to put the other tool.
You have not the only 45 centimeters.
I only have the big ones. And then
why you don't tell me? I'll bring you.
That's fine. I think I have another one in there, but I'm not sure. You see, like. No, I have two of the big ones.
Ah, okay.
Because I like it to have, you know, the big ones, and then I have the original that comes with that comes with the machine.
So you have to go higher.
Yeah, I have to go now.
Open it.
That I have this, and that's why I have this T in
Yes,
here.
I have two different.
You know, so I go all the way there, and then with my third hand.
From Germany.
Yeah. Well, you can close it. You just close the things in the front.
No.
Yeah.
Make it correct.
Yeah, but now we can do this. And you know what? Sometimes after I do this, you know, I also measure it again here and measure it again here to be sure that it's not.
Because of this, I make for the longer toolbar, I make 2 screws here, because if you fix it here, and the toolbar about his weight is only 1 millimeter here deeper or higher, so this is on the outside.
Yeah, that's the thing, you know.
Millimeters.
The original Tormex come with only one. So
my 45 also, because the 45 have no weight on this side because it's cut here. But if you weight on this side also, it can be a little bit out of
alignment.
Yes.
That will give you a different angle all along.
And because of this, I deliver this also with 2 screws, so you can check it.
Okay. So we're gonna put back the water tray in there.
Yep.
So
a little bit here. Yes.
okay, so
time for me to get a coffee.
Yeah. So that's it. Move this up. I like, you know, when they start and then it gets the.
But what I can't understand is why you don't grind against the.
I don't know. I feel good this way.
More control.
And
yes, it's a personal thing.
You know, and sometimes, you know, with you know, having the felt wheel on this side, then I don't have to be measuring twice or have one in one side, the other. But it's just a thing, you know, like. I know that I can measure here, you know, and do it this way.
You need more time.
Yeah.
And if you want to be quick, and that's what your goal is, because you clamp 4 or 5 knives.
Yeah.
So you want to be quick. It's better to grind against. But you don't create such a big burr if you grind with the wheel.
Yeah.
If you grind against the wheel, you create a big burr.
Yeah, but this, you know, I mean, it works for me. It's how I got used to, you know, and, you know, it's like, I have a burr already.
So finished?
Yeah, so, always like to check, you know, that is.
If you have a burr, you
have. Yeah, no, but I like to check because sometimes you have it in the back.
Ah, yes, sure.
You don't have it in the front.
Sure. So you can take the next one without changing anything.
Yeah, it's like straight, you know.
By the way, I found 2 more.
Oh. Yeah, you know, it's always good to go like this, you know, from side to side. Some people like to do one, but I don't know.
Me, for example.
Yeah.
But I don't say nothing. It's what you prefer, you know.
Yeah, I don't think it makes.
You know why I do this? Because I like to remove on both sides the same size of material.
Yeah, well, I kind of like do that, sort of like by counting, you know.
Yeah.
How many times I go, you know, in the same direction. I will do it again. Let's see if I get used to it. This is something that I acquire, you know, because of I usually finish with the Japanese wheel.
Yeah.
And that is a no-no to go against, you know.
I tell this to all my viewers on YouTube 1,000 times. Don't use a Japanese wheel against direction. Yeah. The Japanese wheel is a real good wheel. It makes a fucking tiny edge.
Yeah.
And it's so nice, but if you use it against the rotation and 1 second, don't look at your knife, you are not concentrated 1 second, it clips here and it broke out the stone. And the knife, if you go on a Japanese stone, the knife normally is sharp, you know. You only do a polish, so the edge is very sharp. Now you think, if you go against direction and it hangs here and it go back, it goes into the stomach.
And you know, also one of the reasons because this is taking a little bit longer is because these knives are usually like 20-22, and I'm doing it on 19, so I have to remove more material. But I do it on 18 because I know this brand, I know this steel, and I know they work much better on 18 than that 20-22. You know, so
filling knife.
So
it's
that's
a good
why,
German knife. It's a good German brand. The hardness of the steel normally is around 56 to 58. They are mainstream knives, but they last relatively long. The edges.
Yeah, but that's one of the reasons because I like to, you know, do it this way.
So if you create a new edge, you need longer. That's
that takes a little bit longer.
Doesn't matter if you go against or with the rotation.
Well, I mean, if I go against, it probably will take a little bit less too. But you know, it's like
you know why I like to go against? Because the water flow that comes over to my knife, I can see after a little bit training, I can see at the water flow if I reach my angle. I don't have to feel if I have a burr or something like that. I watch the water flow and I see, oh, finished. And on this side, you don't see any water, you know?
Well, I see the lack of water.
Yeah.
Because water doesn't go to the other side. So, but like, I need a tiny bit more at the tip. Yeah, this is something, you know, that I usually work with the felt wheel on the left side, but it's a sort of like a problem, you know, when they're long knives, because you hit the wheel with it, you know. Nobody ever asks you to make these ones with a round instead of...
No, the coarser one not.
No? Because sometimes, you know, when you have... I mean, I hate the knives that have this.
Yeah.
But with knives that have this, if it is like this, when you
don't get to the end.
You know, it's like a little bit...
If nobody asked me to make this one round, but some guys asked me if I can't deliver the 400 and the 1000 with square edges.
Why?
Because of this. They want to grind till the end, you know? And if it's round, you can't go to this knob in the backside.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, when you get into the end with the round thing, the round will touch a little bit here, and you get to the end, you know. It's just, it polish a little bit in here, and it does a nice transition between the end and the slope.
Yes, but you have to think, many of my clients are knife makers.
Yeah.
And if they sell a new knife, they need a perfect edge.
Yeah.
And with a round wheel, I don't get the edge perfect till all of the end.
Yeah.
You know. So they asked me for square wheels, 400,000, and I have them, you know, but I order them separately at my manufacturer.
Yeah. This is the only thing, you know, that sometimes, but I mean, when they're brand new, sometimes a little bit difficult to get them in and out, you know. But after a little bit,
there's a nice tip. You go with a 120 sandpaper on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you let them atomic run and hold the sandpaper maybe 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Then it works fine. And
no, but I had
no
that.
problem.
I had that when they're brand new. After that, you know,
yeah,
so not a big deal anymore.
You know, some guys call me and said, "Oh, my wheel don't fit on the shaft, and it goes only over the turn, and then it's finished." And most time they have a brand new tarmac, and tarmac makes on the shaft some wax.
Yeah, they put some.
And if there are waxes on the shaft or it's dirty, so you have to clean up the shaft. Best you do it with a sandpaper, because this is a stainless steel shaft.
Yeah.
Nothing happens, and if you
remove
hundreds of millimeters,
it will go fine.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know?
I know that you say that you only need one pass, but I always like to have two.
Yes. Last days I learned Americans are different. You know?
Well, I'm not American, by the way, but
yes,
I'm Argentinian.
Yes, but you live the way of life here.
Yeah. Okay, so
I don't say it's bad.
No, it's fine. No, we're just
don't misunderstand.
We're different.
Sure. I'm the first time here in the US.
You see what I'm saying? When this thing is cured in here,
yeah,
and the knife is this kind of a knife,
yeah,
I actually touch the border with this,
yes, but
and
you
it makes
can't come to the end.
It makes a nice transition. See there?
Yeah. This is something you like, but other people don't like.
Yeah.
You know. But as I say, they can order straight wheels also.
Yeah.
It needs maybe 4 weeks till I get them, but if you need, nothing is impossible. I'm not sure. We talk too much.
Yeah,
if I grind, I don't talk. I hear music, or if I grind and talk, so I'm recording a video. Yeah. But you do the same now.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're recording a video right now, so. Okay.
So let's go over to the 1000.
That's fine. I always kind of like dry them like this.
Okay.
Because I don't have a way to put them to dry. You know, like
stone holder.
Like your stone holder. So, because I don't have much space in here, so I just dry them and I go straight back to the drawer.
Because I know that I don't mention you to get the stone holder.
Yeah, because actually, you know what? I have a 1200.
Yes.
So I'm going.
You are one of the last to get one.
And I never had a problem with it.
Yes. The problem is, if the coating somewhere is destroyed, maybe you go with this knife on it, and you lose control and you come with this edge on it. Yeah. There's a little bit
hole in
destroy the coating.
And the water will go in
now
there.
You grind and you press the water under the coating, and you get bubbles all the way down.
Yeah.
And this will be destroyed because there where the bubbles, the coating is damaged and it breaks up and it leaves the wheel. So for me, No, 1200 is 1000 is enough, because the difference between 1200 and 1000
Yeah, it's not
not that big.
It's not a big.
And it's also when I think about, I sold maybe in last year 500, 600, 700 wheels, 1000 grit.
Yeah.
And I have maybe 10 that will be damaged.
Yeah.
That I change. You know?
Yeah, that's a very little number.
That's a little number, and in all businesses you can have some bad, but the thing is how you handle it.
Yeah.
You know, and each of my clients get a new wheel at once. The problem is when they come after 1.5 years.
Yeah,
and tell me, oh, there's a sprinkle on it, there's a pickle on it.
Well, that's tear and wear, you know.
I don't get any replacement from my producer. You know, I have
to be sure that it's still recording. Yes, it is.
I have to do that at my own, and this is difficult for me. It's the same when you buy a new car, and after 1 year you go to the seller and say, "Oh, there is a scratch."
Yeah.
This I never scratch my car. I never ever.
Yeah.
You think he believes you?
No.
No. But I do, and this is
well, you know.
But normally I have no problem. Really not. With my own, this goods what I built at my own, these clamps and all the stuff, or the toolbars, never ever have any problems.
Yeah.
And if there is a problem, I change it and don't excuse, you know. In the age of social media, you can't do nothing. They can destroy you in 1 day.
Okay, you are on your coffee number 25.
Oh, no, you are a liar. It's maybe maximum 19.
This is not German, but it's Belgian. I think it's close enough.
European.
Right? Yeah, so...
European.
Guys, don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and grind.
And don't do this stupid thing. Okay, so we have here this new baby.
This was in my luggage.
Yeah, it was like, you know, very... It's quite heavy. What is like 8 pounds? 4 kilos,
yes.
Yeah.
8 pounds.
Yeah, so this is a diamond, 3 microns, which is like 6,000?
6.5.
6.5. Okay.
Yes. This is aluminum.
Yeah.
And this is resin bond material.
Resin bond.
Yes.
And it's quite thick, so this is probably like...
I make the thickest that was possible.
So this is probably something that, you know, it will last...
Years.
Yeah.
You don't use material here, you only polish, you know. Yeah. So you will never have a problem with that.
So let's see, it went in much easier now.
Yes, you do a little bit more.
So let's see now. This is the same diameter as the other wheels.
Please measure it. I don't know. I don't know exactly, be honest.
Tiny less. It's like 249.93. So it's 250. That's 250.
Fine. Wait. We look. What will be the difference between 255? This is nothing, you know. No, we had 98.4.
Yeah.
So we had to change this to 250.
98.1.
0.3. No, come on.
Yeah, it's like.
But what
We're not sending a rocket to the moon.
But Victor, what I do to control the angle, at the first knife of this, I mark the edge with an edge marker.
Yeah, with a Sharpie. Yeah, usually I do that when I get a new stone or something, and I don't totally trust it.
Yes.
You know, so
I do it every time because I know my software works well, but if you do something bad, it's too late, you know?
But let me first do...
Don't cut yourself, huh?
No, I'm not going to cut myself.
Never, ever?
Sometimes I do.
What was before yesterday?
Yeah, but then I drop a knife on my foot, so... that kind of like a stupidity.
And never ever grab to a knife that falls down. Never ever. Jump by side, that's all you can do.
Yeah.
Better destroy the knife than your fingers. Or...
Yeah, so let's see. I know this is better going against, but I started to going, with the direction when I destroyed a Japanese wheel. So kind of like, I think that now that I have this, I will probably change my ways and start working the same way that everyone does, you know, because
it's always a personal thing, you
know? Yeah.
And if you have to know, you also have to look to your muscle memory. You know, you have a muscle memory in this direction now. Maybe you have to change.
Perfect. You see, you got all the ink out.
That's the software.
So you know, it's the perfect.
And with this wheel, I go maybe 8 to 10 times over each side. As longer you go, as more shiny your edge.
I see a little bit in here, but that's because I mark it. I mean, my tip is very thick.
Yes.
So I mark it over, you know, like. Well, and this is polishing, you know, I can go like...
Yeah.
Like this.
4 or 5 times, change direction.
You know, no problem.
Again. And you can polish as long as you want.
Yeah.
Or as it's necessary.
Yeah,
because you don't remove any material, you remove scratches and nothing.
Well, actually, when you're removing a scratch, you're removing a tiny little bit of material.
Yeah, sure.
But it's not something that is going to make your knife smaller, you know.
This wheel also creates a burr. You don't think that, but it creates a burr. It's a small one. You can undo it with a hanging strap or something like this.
Or what about the felt wheel?
The felt wheel is the best wheel ever for deburring a knife.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna use.
I've made a test on my YouTube channel comparing the felt wheel to the composite wheel that you have mounted there. Yeah, the composite is there because I have to keep something in there, but it's not in use. The composite wheel is way too coarse. It's really good to deburr, but the felt wheel
beautiful,
better.
Beautiful.
How is the edge?
I think it's really good. It's just
where's your magnifier? You have this.
I don't need a magnifier. You see, once we get it over the felt wheel, you see, it's like, it's fine.
And it's wet.
Yeah. So it will be, if it is dry, it will probably
go. The other knives also?
Yeah. Beautiful.
You like the edge itself?
Yeah. But it's shiny, I know that it's gonna be better once I run it through the felt wheel. You know.
So we do this now.
Yeah. But I'm gonna get this one out because some of my knife are long, So as they are long, I will touch the wheel with the... Yeah. Now I know why they're for, why you sent me those. I didn't know what they were for.
Since when do you have it? 1 year or so?
Probably, but I always use it the other side. So I was like, why he sending me that for?
What kind of coating is on your felt wheel?
This has this thing. It's not yours.
1 micron. Oh,
it's 1 micron. Matter. You know, but it's what I from time to time, you know, I put more.
Yeah.
But usually, if it's liquid,
if it.
If it's liquid, you have to let it dry, you know, before you use it. It's not that you can and use it right away.
Yeah, but I don't spray it. I take a little glass for candles or something, and take a brush and do it with a brush.
Well, I actually do it like quite close like that, and then
you can do it like this.
You know,
but at the end, when you do it, all here is white of diamond.
Yeah.
So for this, I make it with a brush. But
so
you have what kind of diameter your felt wheel have?
Not sure.
Because we at the control, we go 1 degree or 1.5 degree higher than the grinding angle. So we go to
251.
251. This is perfect. I go here and change to 251, and then, because we want to remove the burr, we go a little bit higher. So in this case, we go to 19.5 degrees. 19.5. So we get 101.6 millimeters.
Okay, so
it looks like this.
Yeah, so we're gonna measure in here. You say 101?
101.6.
101.
What I do, because I know my wheels, you know, so if I come from the 3 micron diamond wheel, I know I had to open here and
like
turn
one turn or
1.5 turns to the right, you know.
Yeah. So
you see, you have to go a little bit higher.
Yeah.
And do the felt wheel really without any pressure.
Yeah.
Only move over with your fingers laying on.
So I measure here and here to
that's
know
good,
that
that's good, that's good.
You know,
the felt wheel works a little bit also. Yeah. It's not that hard. It's rock hard, but not that hard.
So
try it off first. What I do is four moves each side, without any pressure. And without going forward and back.
Oh, you go one direction.
One direction each.
Okay.
Now you have to go 3 times over there. And if you want to have a real shiny edge, you go in the same angle that you grind, and then you move up your toolbar a little bit to the burr, you know? So you grind, you grind. I always say grind.
Sharpen.
Yes. You polish, at the beginning you polish with the 14,000, and this is sharp.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And it's way more complicated to cut cigarette paper this way than the long way, you know. And we don't do anything special.
No.
Only using the height and the angle that the software tells me.
And having good stuff.
Sure. If it's specialized at the sharpening machine.
Yeah.
Or is it grinding machine?
Yeah. And you know, I mean, this is usually much faster than, but we're like talking and...
Yeah, sure.
You know, like... It's like...
This 5 knives normally needs a half an hour.
It's like, you know, my wife sometimes tells me, stop. I can't chew gum and walk at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I do like 3, 4, and then just do like 1 and 1 at the end.
That's your decision. You give me this, I put them out.
Yeah, put them over there.